as well. So these are two really phenomenal ones to be having. The ZSS and Pokemon Trader on one side, Joker primarily at this point from Ravenking.
That's right. No more
going back to Ike.
Yeah, not in this matchup. You would be you'd be unwise to go Ike in this matchup.
That would hurt. Painful.
But let's see how this one unfolds right here. Ravenking, of course, been working on this Joker for quite some time, and it is very, very well polished. This is not just some Randy secondary or anything. This is who he's been rolling with here as of late. But Doorstop looking to put a stop to this run right here on the winner side of bracket for Ravenking. We got a chance to see a little bit of the ZSS get busy yesterday, and I got to say I'm very, very impressed with not only just the movement options, but what they get off a hit as well. Sometimes looking to play the long-range game with side special or with, the Zaire, but sometimes can get down and dirty and, get a little handsy with the opposing side. I still got that frame one jab. I got that frame three up tilt. ZSS, she gets busy. Good Lord. Nair right into back here. No, I'm out of here.
Nice. I love that extension.
Wow!
Okay, using the kick as an extension once again to just keep the threat up, make sure that Ravenking always has to be guessing in order to get back to this stage. And that's what I really love about Doorstop's play. Such clean movement. Yeah, getting in there with the side B as the ledge guard. As Ravenking struggling to get many contiguous hits throughout this engagement so far, and vulnerability mitigated though by Doorstop, even just DBZing a couple hits to mitigate those hitboxes.
Yeah, you can't go for trades all the time, but there are some key areas where ZSS is able to do that, particularly not when Arson's in town. If you're gonna lay it, thick on Joker, it's best to do it before Arson gets there. So great stuff right there. Of course, Ravenking looking really good. Arson is almost present. This is where we're going to see a slight shift in pace right here from Doorstop. Okay, nice.
A good early grab in anticipation.
And the pivot grab at that too. Got to stay a step ahead right here of the competition, especially if you're playing a setup character like ZSS. Oh no, we're chilling. George of the Jungle back to the ledge.
All right, now looking for an opportunity, potentially dropping. Down gun is super strong in this matchup, especially when it comes to tether grab and the counter just as so. That's the second really good counter we've seen from Ravenking, which is amazing since he's been in disadvantage for a lot of this time, losing his weight just a little bit after the hit actually, so it keeps him in. I don't know if he would have as light Joker survived, honestly.
Yeah, really good. No doubt about that, man. I mean, this right here is just a game of survivability. If I've ever seen it myself, it just feels like, Doorstop kind of smells of blood in the water, and they're swimming big like a shark right now. So the corner control, very dangerous. Of course, you have down smash you have to worry about. Depending on if you jump, go high off the ledge, you have to worry about up smash, which is a really awesome move right here in Smash Ultimate. You also have up tilt as well too. I mean, probably one of her quicker options up close that you're going to see her do, but more times than not, you're probably going to see a lot of these strong ZSSs elect to just keep them at bay until it's time for them to kind of burst in as what you're seeing right now. Whoa, my goodness,
at 71, Doorstop, amazing plays right there, especially when it came to the ledge gameplay. Ravenking looking pretty choked out there. And here's the thing is that even with Arson with the tether recovery, it's still pretty limited for Joker. He's very, once he gets the tether off, that's great, but Doorstop can chase him down to the depths. With the movement that he's able to bring to the table.
Yeah, 100%, man. I think, ZSS, kind of brought something a little bit different to the table that Ravenking might not have been, quite ready for. There's points and times in the match where ZSS, she kind of bursts in and she starts to lean into like that frame one jab, that quick up tilt. If, the pressure starts to become a little too thick because, again, a Joker has great buttons up close and more than that, great buttons on shield. But that up tilt, great get off me move. But what we're starting to see now is kind of Doorstop control both portions of this match, the up close and the long range game. I'd like to see maybe Ravenking kick it up a notch right here. I feel like playing just a little bit safer than what I'm, typically used to seeing from Ravenking. Let's see what game 2 brings us right now, because right now it's still Doorstop kicking this thing off the right way. Whoa, what the hell is going on here?
God, the reset for Hoppy, killing once again at just 70%, barely taking a hit in exchange. Doorstop is on fire coming into this day right off the bat for his first match. Ravenking taking a little bit more to get the ball rolling.
Yeah, I think Doorstop's starting to realize how good up air is in this match. Nice, little late on that down air read, but I'm loving the patience. You got to be fearless up close and personal versus ZSS. Okay, she's a setup character, so you have to be ready for the traps as well. There's the back throw. Okay, yes, she's not electing to go for up B too early. She's actually going to, go for a tether recovery. Smart option right there because, like you said before, down angle gun's going to be a troublesome thing I feel like for Doorstop to try to work around. You know, this F-tail getting busy.
Jeez, the reads and the coverage of roll options is amazing from Doorstop. Ravenking is gonna have to watch out for those a lot. And it's hard to because, I mean, this character just covers so many options. Ledge Trump is great in there, getting in with the rolling dash attack while having Arsene. You can see Ravenking clearly wants to be pushing this aggressive. It's gonna go by the wayside, but he's still got that ledge pressure.
That's right, still has the ledge pressure, but unfortunately starting to alleviate here a bit more, keeping his match towards center stage, and I like this. Doorstop said, I'm in the middle of the stage. There are no platforms, so you are free to run up and do whatever you want, and to their own detriment, a Ravenking takes their advice. It goes for up smash and gets this thing started. Loving what I'm seeing right here. Ravenking of Taurus still in a deficit, but half meter. Arsene's almost here. If they can figure out a way to survive a little bit longer, this could be the start of a comeback, but not on that stock right there. Not if Doorstop has anything to say about it. Looking powerful as ever.
Yeah, we really need to see that unrelenting aggression that Ravenking is quite capable of. He's had some nice mix-ups in disadvantage, but Doorstop is coming for his throat on every single interaction. These Zairs, a little bit innocuous, but he's looking for this every time he goes for it. If he gets that sweet spot, it could spike just like it did in that first stock of this match. Up air comes out. Okay, this is what you want Town and City for, keeping that upwards pressure on Doorstop as he's above.
I'm glad you brought up, you know, the importance of pressuring, especially when Arsene is present. You know, we talk about sometimes the importance of, you know, getting super aggressive, super handsy when Arsene is here, but you can also slow the match down and get super campy too. Arsene guns is nothing pretty. Okay, and Doorstop fully well aware that trying to wait it out up underneath Town and City. Okay, get off that platform. Ravenking scouting him out right now. Dash attack once more. Things are starting to get scary. Love that forward throw. Fearless right now. A man without fear. That's right. Percent starting to get a little high. And when you're in the corner right now, falling up air becomes a little bit more troublesome for Ravenking to have to do it. Quick option, -2 on shield. Yes, that move is as safe as it looks, my friends. There's the down air. Can I get another one? Oh my God. Okay, knew they were gonna jump off the ledge. A little misposition. Wait a minute. Okay, almost turned a bad situation into a good one right here. Doorstop not letting up. Despite
suddenly on death's door. A forward gun, a little more rarely seen, but just as capable of finishing off a stock. Still pretty far behind. Ravenking has a lot of meter, though, sitting there in the bank, ready to come on up. Down tilt keeping this thing going, and the Nair isn't going to catch, but a dash attack instead.
Those dash attacks are getting to work right now. As good as Ravenking's dash attacks are, I feel like Doorstop's running F-tilts at all three angles have been a second to none here in this match. Unparalleled, knowing when to kick on the aggression and when to go for something safe. There's an up air there. They're starting to come out. We're in the circus right now. Good Lord, and that's going to close it out. A 2-0 on Ravenking here. One more game, and Doorstop is going to move on. Ravenking is going to drop. It just feels like this ZSS gameplay is just a little unparalleled right now. The standing jab, very tough for, I feel like, Ravenking to have to deal with that up tilt, negating some of the aerial pressure that Joker wants to jump in and do, but most notably, and I'm glad you brought this up, Treasure, the corner control has been such a daunting task for Ravenking to try to overcome. So curious to see what the adjustments are going to be. Are we going to get the Ike, or are we going to stay with Joker?
Yeah, it's got to be the Joker. Like we said, that would be a painful matchup. And what we've been seeing, I think, Ravenking better stock by stock. Every single one, he's looking more up with it. And
more confident,
more
too.
in Doorstop's face. I think that's the key to it, too, is that if you let ZSS play her game, you never get to press a button.
No.
Like, and especially when it's a player like Doorstop. And this is the thing that I love the most about watching Doorstop plays. I like a clean player, someone who's consistent. And I don't know of anyone except for like MK Leo that just gives me like those consistent inputs every single time, just makes the right options. And ZSS is a character that enables that like no other. She can cover 3 out of 4 options in 90% of situations.
Yeah, you know, not only just that too, like you become a little bit more hesitant on pressing a button sometimes. We really let ZSS get her movement going, especially when there's no platforms and you know, okay, she gets me in the air, she's going to juggle the absolute crap out of me. You start to second guess yourself, and that's exactly what she's looking for. The minute you shield too early, the minute you approach or overextend, she's either going to go for a regular grab to cover that distance, or she's going to go for pivot grab. In this case right here, got a little bit too close to the stove, getting burned for it right now. And as you can see, Joker, Ravenking, very comfortable and more importantly, very confident here in this match. Stopping at the movement options that ZSS is bringing to the table. Would like to see them go for that projectile, those guns a little bit more. Oh my God. Don't just run up and shield. What you gonna do?
Overstay is going to be the option, and get pushed to paralyze, and the up B. Doorstop taking this one by storm. We're back on Town and City, so we're going to see a lot of these same benefits. This does help Doorstop on some interactions, like using a platform for extending up B, and there's a lot of ground underneath the stage for like a tether. He can swing back and forth and avoid those down guns that are really pivotal in the matchup.
Yeah,
Ravenking really is looking for those platforms to keep extending combos and find himself some more landing options as well, because Doorstop, it just will not let him get off the ledge.
No, absolutely not. Doorstop has just been relentless in the corner, understanding that when I'm in the middle of the stage, I'm going to, use the sheer threat of my movement and my long-range arrows to keep you at bay and just to keep you guessing. But when I'm up close and personal, granted, I should not be trading blow for blow with Joker. I should not be playing this game. But if I know you can't play in the corner and I have quick options like a frame one jab, I got my Zair, I got my up tilt, I have moves like that, and then also my down smash in the corner, which you're always working around for a quick up B follow-up. If I know that you are scared of that, that's exactly where ZSS wants you. Doorstop, of course, is very well aware of that right there. And again, I'll say it once and I'll say it again. Any character that has origins in this game from outer space has a criminally strong back air. ZSS, of course, being certainly one of them here. Ravenking struggling, bleeding out right now, finally able to get a stock taken. Hope it's not too little too late.
Yeah, not a moment too early for sure. Okay. Counter gets Arsene up a little bit earlier. He needs this to get some early damage real fast. He's got to play like he's taking it to Doorstop's town, because he's the invader here coming to his state. He's got to play like he's got that thing to prove. Coming down with that down air, doesn't get the capitalization off of it. The forward to end up going the opposite direction. Forward smash on shield. It's a good call out, though. It could get you a lot more value if you're able to follow Doorstop off stage.
Very smart, too, to go for that in the corner as well, too. A lot of times a player will drop shield, or try to roll through that, maybe even jump. He did it right, right enough space away to where, if they jump, I think it's going to be able to catch him from in the air, too. So smart on Ravenking right here, still bleeding out here ever so slightly. If they can figure out a way to get this stock taken here, then they can maybe try to lean into Arsene to try to force this into another game. But I hope it's, like I mentioned before, not too little too late. My goodness, gets the down smash, and that's going to close it out right there. Doorstop with the 3-0 finish on Ravenking.
Really, really dominant performance all through there. Ravenking just struggling to get on the forefront of the attack pretty constantly. He did it whenever he'd have Arsene up, and he was doing a good job of playing aggressive around that.
Yeah.
But I think it was a problem of kind of playing to that textbook Joker gameplay, which is you run away, you get the combos if they're presented while you're naked Joker, and then when you get your big brother behind you, you're gonna go punch some people. But Doorstop, like Movement King, he slides away. He's on the other side of the stage, jumping about, staying for as long as he can off stage just to run that timer out. And that is the textbook winning formula against Joker, especially in that kind of matchup. So we need to see some of that unrelenting aggression, just chasing Doorstop down to the ends of the earth, even when he doesn't have Arsene online.
Yeah, we never really seen a shift in pace when Arsene was there. And I think that's something you really have to kind of worry about when you are playing a character like Joker, is that once you have Arsene, it's time for you to kind of impose your will. You can either run up, get very aggressive, especially on a character like ZSS, who historically does not want to trade with characters stronger than her, or really any characters, to be honest, but definitely not characters that are going to pack a whopping punch like Arsene Joker. But, or, you can lean in and go for guns as well, too. I think Arsene guns, very, very slept on tool in Joker's toolkit. And if you see ZSS kind of jumping in place, going for those empty hops, or possibly looking for empty hop jumping into something, you can negate all of that movement pressure with just Arsene guns. Makes her think twice before jumping around, but we never really seen that shift in pacing. It felt like Doorstop just stayed fearless throughout the majority of that match, which, to be the top professional talent that they are, I certainly respect that. But Ravenking, of course, no slouch. I wanted to see them maybe just impose their Joker will a little bit more. That's okay, though. Dropped probably a little earlier than what he probably expected. That's all right, though, because they're still on the loser side of things, so we'll most certainly see Ravenking in a little bit.